guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Elaina. I'm your Russian American makeup and beauty addict. I usually do reviews and tutorials of affordable makeup, but today is Friday, and that means Fridays have a drag. And we're doing this Rupaul's look because there was no episode, competition episode last week, so we had a recap and reunion, and so I decided to do Ru's look because I haven't never done Rupaul's look, and we're gonna be doing this. And if you guys are interested to see how I did this, then keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring notification bell so YouTube notifies you of every new video upload. I upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and also go live every Monday. So follow me on Instagram, Twitter. The links are down in the description box, as well as my Patreon group. So like, comment, subscribe, and let's get right into this eleganza extravaganza hunties. So before we get into tutorial, I chose this look. I think this is episode 11 if I'm not mistaken. I just watched a few recaps on YouTube to see which look I'm gonna choose, and I picked this one because it's a classic look. There's no crazy colors or anything, but it's a classic Rupaul's look with a pale pink lip and a neutral nude eye and a big hair which is trying to fall apart. So I need to wrap this up quickly and take pictures before everything like collapses. So this ain't no Rupaul's expensive wig. This is like a construction zone, literally, because I'm a crafty queen. So yeah, I picked this look from, I think it's episode 11, from the when they had the beasts looks. So without further ado, let's do this. And leave me a comment who's your favorite. We are at the finale. Today, as this episode comes out, we have the finale. I'm so excited, can't wait. I'm kind of rooting for all of them because I literally love all of them now. But I think I like Gottmik or Rosé for the winner. I kind of like Simone too, and I like Candy too. I'm so undecided. I'm such a hoe. Anyway, let's get right into this tutorial. Hunties, charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. So my eyebrow tattoo is covered up, and I painted something here. So I'm going to go my own way today and just do the eyes first, just because it's so much easier. And yeah, I don't have a tutorial, so I'm gonna go rogue and do my own way. I already did this eyebrow with a little bit of a contour stick. My usual hair is walnut, and I'm gonna go with just a brow liner brush and just kind of sketch the eyebrow shape. So this might be different at the end because this is just a sketch, and then I can actually modify it if I'm not happy. Rupaul does not raise her eyebrows so much. Rupaul's eyebrows pretty much naturally where they're supposed to be, I think. Maybe a little higher here, the arch. So I'm just kind of sketching, make sure it matches the other one. And it arches down a little bit. Definitely higher than my own. Whole point in drag to make everything exaggerated. But I also want to keep it close to the original. And then I'm going to fade out the edge here at the beginning of the eyebrow and make the end a little darker. So this is a classic ombre eyebrow with no hairs drawn on it. I'm taking a little bit of L'Oreal concealer. That's a concealer used to cover up my eyebrows, and just tap it on here with the brush. Just to start fading it out. Now I'm gonna use the NYX palette, contour palette, and make the eyebrow a little more pronounced and a little bit darker. And then most likely at the end I'm gonna lighten it up, maybe as powder. Just gonna use some of these colors here, and maybe a little bit of yellowish tone beginning. So I just want to see the full picture first. I want to see the eyebrows, what they look like. So when I do the eyes, I have already something in my mind what it's gonna look like at the end. So I already started with this eyeball, of course, off camera, and I wanted to test the colors. So on a picture, I'm going to insert the picture somewhere here. That's a picture I found that I like the look because It was very classic Rupaul. There were not many colors on the eyeshadow, basically neutrals, but it's a very iconic Rupaul look. So I wanted to do something really simple, but very Rupaul. So that's mostly like brown, gray. So I might put more purple because it looks like it has purple and pink, but it might be just the lighting in the studio. So I'm going with my usual, the Bright Matte Beauty Bay. And I'm going to work with this brown now. And this warm purple here, because it looked like she had purple, but it's very questionable. I'm using an old Morphe brush, just a medium-sized pencil brush, and I'm going to sketch that shape, going between the purple and brown, more brown than purple, I'd say, and just go sketch. So Rupaul has this pulled up eye look. Her eye shape looks very similar to mine. Like when I do my looks, I do this kind of same cat eye upward shape. I'm gonna take bigger brush, that's Spectrum B11, and I'm going to dip into the brown again, but now I'm gonna use the lighter brown. I'm trying to make it a little more neutral, because the other eye I started with too much purple. I had to kind of layer a bunch of stuff over it, because I think bottom line it's a neutral eye look, because she's wearing like a black gown and blonde wig, of course, as usual, and I think it's mostly neutral. I might add just a little bit of purple, this light one over here, just to add a hint of purple. Now I'm going for the light flesh tone here, nothing else, with a tiny Morphe brush, fluffy but small. It actually has a name and a number, M562, and I'm going to blend this out because Ru's got pretty light inner corners, just a little bit of contour there, but it's still light under eyebrow. Now we can start adding black, and I'm gonna use small brush, Spectrum A12, and going for the black in the same palette. Beauty Bay has great blacks, guys. I think you already seen that in my many tutorials. I love Beauty Bay eyeshadow. Look how black this is. It's excellent. So trust the process. At this point I got so much fallout, it looks very messy, but we're going with the process. So now we're doing a white Maroon Clown White. I'm just using a small tiny paintbrush, and I'm gonna carve out my eyebrows. So at this point, if you make a wrong move, it's all over, because this stuff is like goop. It's hard to remove, so I would have to wipe out my whole eyebrow, wipe off. And hopefully I won't remove my tattoo cover-up, because it would suck. My eyebrows getting thinner and thinner as I'm going. Good thing Rupaul's eyebrows are pretty thin too. Just using my finger to blend this, because on this channel we finger everything. Setting it with white eyeshadow from the same Beauty Bay palette. Usually I would go for something brighter and more pigmented, but when I use Clown White, it's already so white it makes any eyeshadow stick well. I'm just using a plain flat brush, you can use any of these. And then we'll blend with another brush, trying to make the space under the eyebrow a little lighter, because I don't think she's got much dark eyeshadow all the way, so it looks like it's a lot of lightness here, so I might have to like lighten this up a little more. So what I did off camera is clean up the fallout a little bit, so it looks a little cleaner, and I cut my crease. I cleaned up with micellar water first, of course, and I cut my crease with the new Beauty Creations white primer. And these, I have a review for this. I put up a card here if I don't forget. So now I'm gonna use just a flat brush from Wet n Wild, and I'm gonna go for something whiter and brighter because I want this to really stand out. So the best white is Mitchell Head in the Clouds, this white, and we're gonna go in here Walter. It's called Walter. And then we're going to blend this with outer corner with the first Morphe brush. I'm just gonna go through some shades from Beauty Bay palette. Mainly browns. Maybe I'll put a little purple in there. So I'll go with this, and maybe a little bit of bottom purple mixed in. And I'll use that small Morphe blending brush. I'll go with the lightest color in white. Just tap in between to blend this out here. So I'll put Beauty Creations Black Gel Liner in my waterline. It's a very, very good pigmented gel liner. Now I'm gonna go with purple and brown first, and then black over. I mean, it doesn't matter. I just prefer this order for some reason, but I'm going with brown. And maybe like this purple. I still feel like adding a little purple to this look. Maybe I'm just imagining that there is purple there because I like purple. It might be. I just like purple and pink, so every look I'm like looking, is there purple or is it just brown? And I'm seeing purple. And now I'm gonna dip the same brush into black and make it more black at the waterline. Okay, so what I did off camera, I applied the regular eyeliner, just the regular liquid eyeliner. So Rupaul's makeup is more of a, like a natural, I would say, natural. I mean, there's nothing really huge, you know, just a regular eyeliner winged. And just the regular mascara. And I stacked a couple of pairs of eyelashes, but nothing like two, like not 3 at once, because her eyelashes, I don't think they're 3 at once. It's more like a smaller size, you know, it's more like an elegant smaller size, so about right, I think. So now I'm going with the foundation. Oh yeah, I put the bottom lashes too, and it's some cheap dollar store lashes that I trimmed. So now I regret it because now I have to put concealer under them. So I think it was a bad idea, but I felt like it and I had the urge to put them on. Okay, I put the moisturizer on and just a poreless body primer. And I'm gonna go with my usual Flare foundation. The 104 and 105 mixed together. My regular for the drag looks. So now we're gonna have nicer finish because there's gonna be no fallout. So I'm using my regular combination of LA Girl Pro white concealer, the Makeup Revolution white concealer, and also some of the Juvia's Place in 21, just to give it a little bit of a flash color. And we're going to highlight. I'm gonna try not to F up my lashes. That was a big mistake. So I managed to blend this without ruining my eyelashes, sort of. I might have to add mascara to them. You didn't see anything. Anyway, now I'm gonna contour with my usual, the cheap AF Wet n Wild, where is Walmart 86, right? 86. Every time I forget what number it is. As if anybody cares what number it is. I think Rupaul's cheekbones are very nice already, because when you see Rupaul the man, his cheekbones are pronounced, like his face shape is already very nice. So he rounds them up to make it more feminine, so like in. So I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna try to cut my chin a little more triangular, because he's got like a very triangular chin, I think. That's what it seems like. And I'm gonna blend this all, and then I'll do nose contour separate, because I think her nose is snatched. And it looks like there's this white little dot, but it's very blended. It's not like a, I'm not gonna say a body part nose. Some of us call it a vagina nose, some of us call it penis nose. Anyway, that was a Lawrence Chaney. When I was doing Lawrence Chaney, it was like a very odd shape. Anyway, I might cut this out of this video because it's going to weird places now. So I'm going to use this brush. This is Jessup Face Shaped 110. 110. Sometimes I use a sponge, but sometimes I want to use a brush because when I'm not lazy. Because brush is more precise. You can really blend this where it's supposed to be without getting out of control. So Rupaul's cheekbones are snatched but not cut to the point that it's very sharp. It's more like subtle, soft. Rupaul's makeup tends to be more soft and feminine. It's definitely not Trixie Mattel. Okay, I'm using the same brush that I did my eyebrows with. I'm trying to contour my nose. I'm gonna try to snatch it. I think Rupaul's got a little bit of that white dot on top of the nose. So I'm gonna repeat that do that as well. I think it's very popular in general, but I feel like my nose is already kind of slightly lifted at the end. So technically I don't need it, but we're gonna do that regardless. I'm blending with my fingers as I go. So I blended this out, and now we're going to set this with translucent powder. I put a little bit of Maybelline Fit Me in my under eyes just to set them first and make them a little brighter. I'm going to use my Blendiful and my usual translucent powder, Airspun. I did add a little bit of Mayron White, Ultra White powder to the highlight areas just to brighten them up. And now we're doing the contour by old NYX palette, and I'm gonna go to the darkest and the next one next to it, and we're gonna snatch it. I'm not using a card because it doesn't look like Rupaul has very sharp lines, so I'm gonna keep it a little more soft. And I'm gonna bring it in a little bit and round the cheeks up. I'm adding bronzer from the same palette just because I'm lazy to break out another one. Actually, this bronzer in the palette is very nice. I've used it many times before. And then I'm gonna snatch the nose some more with powders. I might just use this palette as well. Okay, the nose has been snatched. I kind of extended a little bit of eyeshadow into the nose. I'm starting to feel this. Okay, I'm going with Foxy Colourpop blush because that picture looks like Rupaul doesn't have much blush. It's mostly like bronzy look. So I'm gonna make it more of a orange peachy blush. It's a neutral look. Black gown, blonde wig. Put a little bit here on the temples to warm up the complexion. It's time for the lips. So for the lips, her lips are pale pink, which is right up my alley. So I'm using Morphe lip liner. This is Love Bite, and this is like a neutral brownish. So Rupaul does not overline her lips hugely. I mean, whoever does her makeup, mostly Raven, I think. Or has it been somebody else that's been doing her makeup? And it's definitely like a bigger part goes out here and not in a cupid bow, which is like more right up my alley. I kind of like that shape too. So I'm mixing some lip color here because I don't have the exact color of lipstick. And I'm trying to create something. I'm using white, wet and wild lipstick. And I'm using different actually textures. Might not work. This is Maybelline Loyalist and Maybelline Romantic. Romantic just a little bit more Loyalist. So let's see what it's gonna be. I think it's right in the money. Might be a little pale, but I think it's good for my skin tone because clearly my skin tone is lighter, so the lipstick should be lighter too. Oh, she snatched. So, note to self and to y'all, the liquid lipstick does not mix with the bullet lipstick, and especially with the cheap bullet lipstick, which I already thought was going to be a bad idea, and it was. It looked like complete Essay Chatut, and I put the eyeshadow over it. It got to encrusty, and I just put the Wet n Wild liquid lipstick, the shiny one, over, and that's it. Now it looks alright. So now it's time to make my wig work. I cannot make my wig so huge, but I'm gonna try my best to make it as big as possible. So we'll be back with a whole look. Look, I made my wig work. Barely, holding on by its dear life. You don't want to see the back as usual, but it is big. Is it huge? It's everything, and I'm living. She done already done had her, sis. So what do you guys think? think it's one of my favorites. I always finish the look and I think, oh my god, it's one of my favorites. So for this wig, I stacked 2 wigs. This is one of the wigs that, yeah, it's not that great. I teased it for my life when I did live with one of my sausage friends, Kian, and her name is Ex-Girlfriend on YouTube. I'm gonna link her channel down below. She's extremely talented singer and performer, drag performer. She's sickening and you should really check her out. She sings, she performs, she dances, she does everything, triple threat. Check her out in description box, her channel. Amazing. She deserves way more subscribers on YouTube. So yeah, so I used this wig and I teased it. So now I put another wig under and I clipped it all together in the back with the big hair clips, which is, you know, you're not supposed to do, but it looks good from the front. It looks questionable from the back. So there you have it. We arrived. I'm really happy with this. I love Rupaul's makeup. Her makeup is always great. And because usually it's raving, and my baby is right here. Ah! Cat attack. Oh my goodness. Shangela. Very appropriate. Shangela comes for Rupaul. Shangela wants to be on the show for the 4th or 5th time. She keeps coming, he can't get rid of her. In the cat form. Anyway. So yeah, I'm really into Rupaul's makeup because it's very classy. It's really tight. I love Raven's makeup, so I can see where it's coming from. And also, I think Rupaul's makeup has been done by other artists, like as good as Raven, if not better. So I'm really living for this type of makeup. So what do you guys think? Leave me a comment below. Don't look at my ratchet nails. They still haven't healed. This nail is still trying to come off. So I can't put any fancy nails on. So let's just consider I'm wearing jewelry, no nails. Anyway. So we have arrived to the last part of our Drag Race season 13. And we're gonna have our finale on Friday, today, when this video comes out. And we're gonna find out who is the winner. And I'm gonna do somebody else's makeup again because I've done everybody's makeup at least once. Some of the people twice. So I did Gottmik's makeup twice. So if Gottmik wins, I'm gonna do her makeup again 3rd time. But Rupaul, I would do her makeup looks again and again because it's very timeless. And it's more up my alley. Like the way I usually do makeup, it's my shape. I love this. So, without further ado, we're gonna wrap this up. Leave me a comment below. What do you think? And which are your favorite Rupaul's looks? Oh, there's so many. Her looks are all astonishing, beautiful. So, and leave me a comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And also go live every Monday. And do follow me on Instagram, Twitter. The links are down in the description box. So comment, follow, and huge thank you to all my patrons. You guys are great. Amazing. Thank you for your support. I have a Patreon group. The link to my group is also down in the description box. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in my next fabulous video. Bye!